Okay. I think I'm live. You guys forgive me for a moment as people get in, I guess, as I kind of figure out what the heck I'm doing, because this is the first time I have ever done anything live. I'm trying to wing it. Hi, Donna. I'm glad there's a familiar face there to greet me, because I'm a little nervous. Alright. Hi, Tiffany. Hey, Kelly. Okay. So I'm trying to set it up on my tablet, too, so I can, turn the volume down. Learned my lesson there. Okay. I want to be able to see comments, too. So is this view's okay? It's right side up, right? Like, it's not weird. If I do it wide, is there any way to turn that? Like, is that sideways for you guys too? It is, isn't it? Yeah, okay. We'll do it this way. Wow, it's really lagging when you look on another device. That's kind of weird, isn't it? Okay. So, this is my Planner Society Traveler's Notebook. They were pre-order a while ago. They're not available right now, but there are going to be more in other patterns later. But I'm so excited about this one. This is a charm for from an older kit. I can't remember exactly which one. You'll have to forgive me. I think in the albums in the group, there is a place for you to view all the things that came in previous kits. I probably should have started with, hi, my name's Leah, and I am on the Planner Society design team. I'm going to be giving you guys a flip through my traveler's notebook. Higher in the frame. Oh, okay. I see what you mean. I'm trying to gauge it. Okay. If anyone asks me any questions and I miss it, and I don't answer you right away, please ask again, because again, this is my first video, and I might actually miss it, because I have no idea what I'm doing. Okay, that's too high. Okay. It's so delayed when you're looking through another device. You guys are seeing something way later than when it's actually happening. Sorry for the lagging start. Still too high? I can see. Okay, there we go. Okay. So I'm using this traveler's notebook for memory keeping exclusively. I have another planner that I use for my actual planning, but I am just using this to document memories from my life. So it doesn't have to necessarily be for anything special. Just, little things I want to, if I go somewhere, sometimes I like to take a couple of photos, maybe grab a few mementos, like movie tickets or something like that, and put it in there. So for the front of my traveler's notebook, I love the Planner Society one. Traveler's notebook, because it has these pockets. It's a similar reason why I love the Webster's Pages Color Crush planners, because they are have the pockets as well. So over here in my pockets, I have a few of the sticker sheets from the January kit, and I'm just keeping those there. Most of them are decorative. I've cut up just a circle with the paper punch. I wanted to be able to tie the green in. If any of you guys have followed me, if you follow me on Instagram or follow anything I've done, you'll know that decorating front pockets is kind of my favorite thing ever. So I have a lot of technique involved with it. I like to balance the fact that I have green down here. I wanted some green up there. I always keep a little floral in my pocket. This is just some of the word strip stickers that came on a little sticker sheet like this. And then some of the die cuts from the January kit. This is actually the backing from one of the things in the kit that some people throw away, but I could never throw the Planner Society ones away because they're always so pretty. In this pocket to the side, I have several more stickers from the January kits. And then there's a doily back here. I just like to have doilies peeking out. I have a big pack of those, and I put them on everything. Taking a second to see if I've missed any questions. So, one of my favorite things to do when I get a new kit is to decorate a Traveler's Notebook insert. And the way this one I've decorated all pretty. Someone asked me what I do with these clips. I actually use them to just hold my notebooks closed, because you can see they kind of want to fall open. So I use them to hold my notebooks closed, and whenever I'm trying to work, like for example on my first page, I will use this to hold down the page as I'm working. I usually take the notebook out to work in, but either way I use that to hold it flat. So here on the front, this is one of the cards, decorative cards, that come in the kits. And I love this one. It says "Every Moment Matters," and I chose this particular one, not just because it was pretty, because I thought that it was appropriate for a memory keeping insert. And down here I've just got this gold glitter washi tape is my life. I am not kidding you when I say I keep it in stock at all times because this is the most used washi that I ever used. I use it to layer under and over everything. Every time you see a word strip sticker of any sort on anything I do, it always usually has a strip of gold glitter washi tape. I love adding layers. I see you guys commenting on my layers. Thank you so much. That's kind of my thing though, like layers, lots and lots of layers and texture are one of my favorite things to add decoratively. And I try to do it where I don't have a lot of dimension coming off of the notebook. So in this case, I actually have, this is all one doily here, and I cut it in half, and then I think I cut it into quarters actually, and I layered 2 of the pieces coming out of the top here, and 2 of the pieces coming out of the bottom. And this is the backing of another one of the things that came in the kit. I can't remember what it was a backing to, but I just cut it in half and used it to add some more layers. I wanted a pop of black. When it comes to layering, I don't know if you guys are interested in knowing this, but usually when you have a busier pattern like this in the background, this beautiful floral that we have going on here, you kind of need something contrasting to give a lifting effect to your layering. So this black here is kind of making that look like it's popping up visually, but it's not actually popping up too high. So these 2 flowers here, I fussy cut those. I don't know if you guys have heard that term before, but it's basically painfully cutting out little, it's not really painful, I enjoy doing it, I find it relaxing. But I cut out a few of these from one of the bags that this stuff came in, and I just like peeked them out here on the corners. Down here it says 2017, remember this, with a couple of the little stickers, a little floral, and one of the tab stickers and a bow. I mean, one of the tabs, not a sticker. Okay, so for the first part of this insert, I used one of the gift bags, or one of the bags that held some of the kit, and I cut off the top of it, and I just made a little pocket here. I cut up another doily, and I put it behind there to just make the little doily pop out from underneath. And just so I didn't have the totally white inside of the notebook, I put, this is a floral backing. When I say backing, I hope you know what I mean, like the backing of something that came in the kit, like either it came behind stickers or something that was in one of the kits. I mean, I think it was in the main kit. I wish I should have remembered what these came from, but don't throw away those backings because they're really useful for layering. Moving up. See if that helps. have to kind of wait for the delay to see if I moved up enough, because I don't want to go too far. Okay. Is that any better? Okay. So, just because I didn't want to have just the plain white backing of the notebook, I just added that little piece of colorful backing from one of the kits and put a picture from my wedding day. If you follow me for a while, you'll start noticing I tend to scrap my wedding photos all the time. I just got married, well, I'm acting like it was just yesterday. It kind of was. It was 2015 when I got married in November, and I haven't really done any major scrapping. Like, I haven't put together a scrapbook for my wedding. That's one of those things that I say I'll get to, and no one ever really gets to. If you did get to it, good for you. Because I paused for a second because I saw someone say it froze. I wanted to make sure that wasn't for everybody. But yeah, good on you if you were able to actually scrap your wedding photos. But what I do is I just print out a lot of the ones I like, and I pop them in like my planner. I pop them into little memory keeping inserts, just because they're photos that make me really happy to look at. They, bring back really good memories, and it's something that puts me in a good mindset when I open whatever project to start on whatever project I'm doing. So I've got a few of more of the journaling cards that came in the January kit that I've just kind of tucked into this pocket. These are beautiful, but they're like more decorative. I have one here too. But you can use them, you can tip them in, and what that means is you use washi tape to tip into the crease of the notebook, and you can add journaling to the back of it if you run out of space on your page or something. Or if you just want to add some decoration to your page. So over here, I've done some watercoloring. I am very much an amateur when it comes to watercolor. I am just kind of learning. I just like to splash some pink colors on stuff to use as backgrounds. So it's a little messy, but I mean, I like it. It's nice and colorful. I tried to bring out some of the colors in the January kit, from the January kit, like the colors in her dress. And I don't know if you can tell really in this lighting, but I added some color to her skin, and I made her hair brown, like mine. And this says, "Live what you love." This is just this was actually a sticky note. I cut it to be like a page flag. And whenever I feel like something's not standing out enough, I usually just add black pen as a border. I do it all the time around my edges to add a border. I don't know why. It's just something I like doing. This is a puffy sticker from the January kit. This is from an old kit, but I thought the colors coordinated really well with this kit. Forgive me, but I don't remember. I can never remember the kits, exactly which ones were which. They're just all beautiful. That's all. So that's why they all blend together for me, because they're all gorgeous. I've not had a single kit yet that I didn't love. So here is a gold scalloped ribbon. I use this a lot too. I get it from the Target dollar spot. Every once in a while I see it there, and I always buy whatever rolls I see. Oh, thank you guys. You're so sweet. So when I'm adding layers, I like to add texture. So behind this journal card, there's some vellum. There's like a vellum there. I liked how the vellum looked because it had little touches of gold. I actually have it back here. I'm going to show it to you a little further in. But it has little pops of gold, but then you can see the watercolor through it. So I love that. And then there's like some green paper behind this journal card. And then down here, I've just taken some of that floral paper and torn it and added it there with a little bit of, this is tissue paper, black and white striped tissue paper, with that gold ribbon and a piece of doily underneath there with that puffy sticker. So you can see, like, whenever I'm layering, I just like adding a lot of different textures and some contrasting colors. So, we've got this light pink, black, gold, green, white. The contrasts are what add the dimension, if that makes sense. I will definitely be posting photos, Tiffany. I've got a couple. I took a photo of this front part, and I just added a photo of this, but I can take close-up photos and share them in the group if you guys would like. Thank you, guys. You're making me feel a lot better. I feel like I'm warming up to this. Maybe it's because you're showering me with compliments, but it's because so many of you are my friends. Not that I'm doubting myself, but you guys are awesome for making me feel better. You're definitely making me feel more relaxed. So this is one of the tabs, and on the little sticker sheet that had the words on it, it says hashtag remember this. So as you can see, I'm sticking with the common theme of documenting today. That's kind of my I don't want to say a phrase. It's not my phrase. It's just kind of when I describe what I like to do as a crafty girl. I like to document life from the past, life that's happening currently, and I like to use my planner to plan for the future, and I do that creatively. So my planner usually has lots of creative layouts in it with lots of decoration and stuff. I'm a heavy decorator. Not all of them are. I do have a planner where I just kind of list things really with chicken scratch, you know. We all have that, I think, to make our lists. But when I sit down to do my creative layouts, it's like I'm laying out what I'm going to do, and it's me putting it in that planner kind of finalizes the plans, if that makes sense. Like, that's my commitment to them. Anyway, getting off track. Back to the memory keeping part. So I don't have a lot in this book yet. I just set this up. So I've got a lot more that's going to be going in here. And I hope I'll be sharing that with you as I start to fill this up. Penny, this is the Planner Society Traveler's Notebook. The notebooks everybody just started getting in the mail a few weeks ago that were for pre-order last year. Thanks, Tiffany. Okay, so yeah, there's not much in here. I stuck a sticky note in here with some washi tape because sometimes I'm going to want to jot down certain things really quick if I don't have time right away to make a layout. So I just kind of threw that in there. This is a bookmark I made, kind of, and I wasn't sure how this... Uh-oh, I just broke my clip. That's okay. I'll get some super glue, fix that a little bit later. It's so cute, I actually could just stick it right on here. So, I wasn't sure how this was going to turn out. I actually laminated vellum, and I wasn't sure if it was going to work. I wanted to make it a little sturdier than actual vellum so I can make a bookmark. It went okay. It got a little wrinkly. It lays pretty flat, though. I like how it looks. I wanted to be able to see through it because I thought it was really elegant. This, if you're wondering where this vellum is from, it's from the Maggie Holmes... She's a designer for crepe paper. The Maggie Holmes Bloom collection. If anyone remembers exactly, please share. But I think it was from the Maggie Holmes Bloom collection. It was just some specialty paper. I bought like at least 3 sheets, and I wish I had gotten more because I want it forever. I want to put it on everything. And then this, I laminated, this is one of the sticky notes that came in the kit, in the January kit. And I backed it with some cardstock, just plain white cardstock. And laminated it so she's really sturdy. And I just kind of wanted her, because I put some repositionable adhesive on her so I can actually move her around. I've got her stuck here right now, but I can put her on other things later if I want. But the reason I made this is because I wanted to be able to bookmark where I'm at in here as I start to fill up the pages, like where I'm at. I want to just stick this in there, and I'm using a paper clip to hold it in. This is actually a little paper clip I made out of it looks like a binder clip. That was from the Simple Stories Carpe Diem collection. It was a little die cut that I laminated and put on a paper clip. Laminated sticky notes is really fun, Tiffany. Like, you can write on it and erase it. If you have wet erase markers, but actually what I do on laminate is I use a Sharpie to write on there, believe it or not. Some of you already know this tip probably, but you can use a Sharpie to write on laminated surfaces. And to erase them, you take a dry erase marker and scribble all over the Sharpie where you marked, and then it just wipes away. It's magical. It was one of the coolest tips anyone ever taught me. Yeah, I write on laminated surfaces. I've made a few dashboards just like this by laminating them. So, on the front of the notebook, I glued this floral paper, but I left this here. I didn't glue down the back yet because I wasn't sure. I thought I might do something with this, like create a little secret pocket or something. I don't know yet. I might end up gluing it down, but I like to leave this little flap on there because it's another good way to, if I wanted to, I could bookmark a page. I do that a lot. Keep the extra edge and fold it over to bookmark the page. But right now, I'm just using it on the edge of my notebook. I'm not really doing anything special with it. And then I didn't do anything special to the back of the notebook. This is, I just want to stare at this floral. This is my favorite floral paper from the kit. I would say it's my favorite of all the kits ever, but that doesn't really say much because I'm in love with all of them, and every time I think I have a favorite, Christy comes out with a new design in the next kit, and I love that one just as much, if not more. But I absolutely love the colors here. This is Jane Davenport. It's just a pocket. It actually folds around to the other side. Like, I can pull it out, and it has a pocket on the other side too. But it comes in a pack of 4, and they're all different colors, and they have different artwork on them. This one has this beautiful girl, and I just like, it's kind of red, but with the white and stuff behind it, the florals, it kind of looks pinkish, and I thought it coordinated it well. Maybe it doesn't, but I don't care because I think it is so pretty. I love looking at it. So, but you could put little sticker sheets or journal cards or whatever you want in here. You'll see when I get to the other side, I've actually put some die cuts down in there. Right. Thanks again, Tiffany. Yeah, I was going to say, I thought it was like a standard size, but it's definitely wide because if I wanted to, it could probably fit an A5 notebook in here. But if you put the larger notebooks in here, you can't fit as many. So I usually stick with the standard size. If anyone knows what that size is, off the top of your head, please post the measurements. I don't know. I wish I did know. Tiffany is like the guru for traveler's notebook questions. They're not for sale anymore, unfortunately, but don't get discouraged because although this exact one won't be available, Christy did say that they're going to be offering new ones and new designs sometime in the future. We don't have an exact time yet. So, this is a pocket dashboard divider. I don't know what you call them, but it's laminated. I pretty much call everything that I laminate a dashboard because I can stick sticky notes to it. So, this was a black and white pattern paper in the January kit. I mean, I don't know why I keep saying that. Almost everything in this entire thing is from the January kit. But I fussy cut this floral from one of the bags that the kit came in. I mean, they call it fussy cutting for a reason, because not gonna lie, cutting out those little bitty stems can be a little bit challenging, but it's so worth it. I mean, doesn't this look so pretty against that black and white? I just love that contrast, and of course, I added a doily, because I always add a doily. And then this was there's a green swan paper in the kit, and I just kind of cut out 2 of the swans. I cut them out and made them into a die cut, glued them down with a couple washi strips and my gold glitter washi and one of the word strip stickers. And then I used the little bows and stuff. They're meant to be functional, like they have a white space in them where you can write a word or something, but I use them to layer. Thanks, Tiff. Thanks for your help. That was really high pitched, sorry. I'm glad that you can watch it all day, Violet. That's really sweet. But I am really chatty, so I could probably talk all day. Someone will have to stop me, probably. Okay, so this is a pocket folder that I made. I made this using the technique that I saw Christy post, actually, where you cut out the size of the folder that you want it to be, and then you cut out these pieces for the pocket individually, and then you laminate the whole thing with these pieces sitting on top of there, and then you actually use an X-Acto knife to cut the laminate. You have to use it kind of light-handed so you don't cut through the other side, and then it comes off. So like this outside is laminated, but the inside's just paper. But I'm using this, I used one of the little words, the tab labels that came in the kit. I used the one that says currently, because what I want to use this folder for is to stash little things that I haven't scrapped yet. So like I'm going to stick, like whenever I have photos that I want to scrap, I'm going to cut them out, you know, and put them in this pocket over here. And right now I have some stickers here, but what I may put here is just like if I jot down some journaling from whatever day I want to do before I decorate my page, I'm just going to stick it all here, whatever currently needs to be scrapped. I say scrapped, but you know, some of you may not be scrapbookers. I'm a big scrapbooker though. So I hope that's I don't know if that's common terminology for everyone, I guess. This is a sticky note from an older kit. I actually love how it coordinates with this kit, and I just stuck it on there. I like to keep extra sticky notes for that reason I just mentioned, because I want to write down journaling or jot it down really quick before I put it on, decorate my page, until I get a chance to sit down. Thank you, Tammy. I really love mixed media. I really, really do. So I love mixing. That's why I put it into everything that I do. Oh, we're getting there, Cassie. That's actually the next thing. I'm all done here. This is a little paper clip that I made out of a die cut from the Simple Stories collection. Laminated and stuck it on a paper clip. This laminated surface is just so good for sticking sticky notes too. Like they come off and on really and stick really easily. I haven't actually labeled this side of the divider yet. I don't know why. And then this is the other side of that Jane Davenport folder insert. And I've stuck some tabs and die cuts down in there. It's a pretty deep pocket, so it's a good place to keep those little pieces because they stay in there pretty well. And this actually is from the Jane Davenport Mixed Media Collection. It's available at Michael's, by the way, exclusively. It's her collection with American Crafts. This was actually a washi tape holder that comes in that collection, the Jane Davenport collection, and it had these pieces on the end where you put the washi tape in between, and I didn't like that because it limited me to what size washi I could put there, so I just chopped those off actually. And it's just kind of like a thicker, slick type of material. It is really good for using to carry some extra strips of washi because the washi peels right off of that really easily. So I just took all of the January kit washi tapes, including the washi kit subscription tapes. I just wrapped them around probably 8 times or so, and it allows me to carry washi tape on the go. And then this is just vellum. It's on a white notebook. This is a Moleskine notebook. I actually had to cut it down because it's the Volant. I don't know if I'm pronouncing that right. It's just a notebook, lined notebook paper, pretty plain. And it says my list here on a tab, but I wanted to dress it up, and I was looking for a way to use this vellum any and everywhere I possibly can. And it's the, again, from the Maggie Holmes Bloom collection. I really hope I'm right because I've said that like 3 times. So hopefully someone will correct me if it is from a different collection. Yeah, it is so, so pretty, Cassie. Like, I had mentioned earlier that I bought like 3 sheets of it, and I don't feel like I wish I had a whole pack, like a really thick pack of this vellum. I would use it on everything. So this is a notebook, a lined notebook, and I have this in here because I just like to have something to jot things down really quickly. Like, because so far I have the memory keeping notebook, and I have a few sticky notes in here for jotting things down, but I thought this notebook was pretty essential to have in here because whether I want to do some journaling or maybe I want to do like some list challenges or something where, you know, I write down like what I'm currently loving, maybe that things that might inspire me to create a memory keeping page. Remember I said how I like to document life past and present? Sometimes I like to document things like happening right now. So like things that I'm currently loving, music that I love or something, you know, and I might jot those ideas down here or little memories here for me to scrap later in the front notebook. Thank you. Hi, Precious. Hi, Shar. This is a bow from a pack at Michael's. It just had a little sticky back adhesive, and I put it on a pretty paper clip. I like to put a paper clip in pretty much every notebook, at least one, because clearly, like, I need something to be able to mark where I'm at in the notebook. And then on the back, this is the other side of that notebook with the vellum. I didn't glue this down because, first of all, I just love the sound that it makes when it crinkles. And also, I want to be able to remove it and add it to future notebooks. I can't commit to gluing it down and it not having it anymore. This is the other side of that washi tape holder. I just seriously have strips of washi that I like tore off of the page and I stick them there really quickly because I don't want to throw away that washi. Hi, Dawn. Yeah, I know this vellum, guys. I'm telling you, I'm just in love with it as you are. I can't get enough. This is a floral paper, one of the other floral papers from the January kit. This back here is a calendar, and bear in mind I just set this up, so it's totally blank right now. But it's the Annie Plans printables. Like you buy the printable file and you print them out. She's on Etsy. I think it's Annie Plans. Does anyone remember the exact name of her Etsy store? I know a lot of you guys use her inserts. So, I knew that I liked really thick paper for my inserts, guys. But I used a really heavyweight cardstock at the time because it's all I had on me other than like thin printer paper. And I ended up, I mean, I love thick paper. Don't get me wrong. I absolutely love thick paper because I like to do that mixed media stuff and watercolor and stuff on my pages. I like it to be thicker, but this ended up being too thick. This is 3 months, and like, I have to use this binder clip to hold it closed because it did not want to bend in the middle. So, I just bought this, so I actually am not using January at all, but I can't take it out, unfortunately, because the back side, the way the booklet folds, it has the March dates and stuff on the back, toward the back, so I can't take out the front, or I take the back pages too. I don't know if I'm making sense. Thanks, guys. Yeah. Her printables are exactly what I love. Like, I love this very, very simple style of font, very simple layout. I can do whatever I want with this. So my idea for this is having a calendar is just doing a quick little jotting down of certain memories. Like, you know, if I go out and do something on a certain day and I just want to jot down what I did really quickly so I can jog my memory later, or just remember what I did that day, I thought this was just enough space to write down a couple sentences about what I did that day. And then over here is pretty much an open book. I could throw a couple tickets there or something. I don't know. I haven't really decided what I want to do with this yet. I just felt like this traveler's notebook needed some sort of calendar. So I put that in here, and I've actually, the way I folded this paper was I just laid it over the top. So I can actually, because this is only January through March, when I get the next insert, I can just change it out of this paper and keep the same paper if I want. I've got a cat here, sorry. I can keep the same paper and just slip a different insert in there. I need a lighter weight cardstock though, because this is like you can see this barely will bend. Anyway, so I've got this flap here again that I'm using to bookmark where at the week that I'm in. And then that's pretty much it, I guess. Yeah. I always stick a little sticky note pad. These tablet pads that you get in the Target dollar spot are the perfect size for the backs of these. I say these. This is the one and only Planner Society Traveler's Notebook, but I'm thinking of the Webster's Pages ones that have the slot up there for a tablet notepad. And I just like having extra sticky notes in my planners, so. Alright. This is a pen from the January kit as well. And it's really pretty. So that was my walkthrough. I hope I didn't talk your ear off. I also hope that maybe I inspired a couple ideas or inspired you guys to maybe be bold and brave and post a live video or post some inspiration in the group. I'd love to see if you guys how you're decorating your Planner Society, either your planners or your traveler's notebooks, whatever you've gotten. We love seeing those photos. So, thank you guys so much. You made it so much easier for me to do this by being so supportive, so thank you. Wondering why that pocket was so high up there. Which pocket? Which pocket are we talking about? Oh, the back pocket, yeah. So, I mean, it's not just for that. Like, if you have, I mean, some people use traveler's notebooks for so many different things. Like, you can stick stickers and stuff in there, too. I'm one of those people that feel like the more pockets, the better. You know? I feel like you can always use pockets for something. This little pocket, if you had a little smaller sticky note pad, which I wish I had one closer, you could stick the back of that in there, or smaller stickers. So lots of storage purposes, or lots of storage options for these planners. I'm so glad that Christy decided to put so many pockets in. Does anyone have any other questions? Oh man, Joyce, I'm sorry to hear that. That was such a crappy situation. I just feel bad for everyone that got a bad one. I feel bad for Christy because, like, they didn't even know, like, when they first went out, they weren't like that, so no one had any idea, and what a shame. I mean, I hope they can get the next one out to you as soon as possible. Thank you, guys. Yeah, this one's pretty stuffed. But people, I've seen even wider than this one. So. Alright, so if there aren't any more questions, then I'm going to sign off for tonight. I'm around in the group, though. If you have any questions or anything, just tag me. Thank you, Hope. I swear they do not look like this all the time. I had recently got my nails painted for Valentine's Day, which is maybe once out of the year that I ever actually paint my nails. Everyone is so critical of their own hands. I have maybe 3 or 4 inserts in here. Right now, you can fit a little more. If you have the slightly smaller ones, you can fit quite a few in there. But if you are curious, I think there are 4 elastics. Yeah, there are 4 elastics in there. Yeah, if you go back, you can actually, that's the great thing about Facebook Live, is that you can actually watch the replay, unlike Instagram Live. But you can go back and watch this replay whenever. But yeah, ask on here in the comments if you guys have any more questions. And I will make sure I hop on and answer those. Alright, thank you guys. Have a great night.